Good morning, Rabbi. It's a beautiful day outside,
Yes, it is, Joe.
and it was a nice day yesterday, but I was at a charity event. One gentleman did not understand how by saying something to the wife of another gentleman that he was insulting her dignity. Doesn't that say we need to understand more about each other's cultures, religions, and customs? That's only going to make things better, isn't it?
Absolutely. And we do have a system that can do that. It's called school. It's called education. However, the problem that we're running into is certain individuals want their religion, their culture, their beliefs promoted at the expense of somebody else's. And that's the difficulty. You're absolutely right. We should be teaching world religions in our schools. Not which one's best, not what better, and not trying to elevate or do anything, just teach world religions. And it would go a long way for us to getting along culturally and religiously. But let's go back to the problem. I taught at a private high school for 100 years, and I was teaching some religion classes, and the school decided we should teach world religions. So we put a committee together, and it was very short-lived because anyone that would be teaching, anyone from the community that came in, wanted their religion to be the best, to be highlighted, to put someone else's down, and they complained about the curriculum because it made another religion look better than theirs, and it didn't. None of that actually happened. It was in the minds of the people involved. The project was dropped. And I worked with a congregation for many years, and I taught our eighth, ninth, 10th graders. And I was told by the religious school director and the board I was to make Judaism look better than any of the other religions. I wasn't when I taught, I was to be very subtle, but make sure I put down the other religions. And I just shrugged my shoulders and not interested. That's one reason why I left the congregation. And that was a group of Jews who allegedly believe in education and teaching. And therein lies the rub, as some great author once wrote. I think we should have teach Bible in school, not buying a specific edition of the Bible to make money for somebody, because you can get really neat Bible translations for $1.98. So there's no reason to specify which edition of the Bible. You just read it, teach it, talk about it. But again, it's already started because the people who want to promote the Bible in school want to promote their view, their teaching of a section, and not let the text talk to the student. So we're right up against that same problem. We should have prayer in our schools. There are a myriad religions in the known universe. There are prayers, we could bring up more prayers than there are days. And that way, our students could hear how different cultures and individuals think of the one or address God. However, the same problem arises. Those who want to promote prayer in the school only want their religion, their prayer, their interpretation. And that's not teaching about Joe. That truly is indoctrination, which what the person's complaining about is our students are being indoctrinated, but they want to substitute theirs. No, um, I'm all for prayer. I'm all for teaching religion. I'm all for teaching Bible, but teaching it as a subject, presenting it, and then letting our students analyze, ask questions, bring in leaders of the different denominations with the understanding that they are not there to put down another religion. They're there to explain their religion. And again, too often, and what we ran to in the committee was individuals didn't even promote their religion, didn't even talk about it. All they did was tell how bad the other religions were and how wrong the other religions were. That's not how we're going to get around what you're describing. Uh, no reason why we can't Be objective and just teach.
Well, to be fair, anybody who's teaching about their religion is going to say the advantage of my religion or the good thing about my religion, because otherwise they wouldn't be teaching about their religion. They'd convert and teach about another religion. But I do, after 12 years of Catholic school education and 4 years of comparative religion classes, there is always that tendency from the teacher to say, now, the reason we do this is because we don't think that like those people do. We think this, which is better. And of course, that seems innocent enough, but it's the problem with all religions ultimately, isn't it? For your religion to be good, somebody else's has to be bad.
That's fascinating, Joe, because in Judaism, we don't see converts. We don't knock on people's doors. We don't hand out pamphlets. We don't tell people that ours is the only way to attain to God and everyone else is going to a very special, nasty place. We don't do any of that in Judaism. So, no, it doesn't have to be that way. That's a choice.
Well, I would point out at this very moment that you just said something that was better about Judaism than any other religion. But I'm not going to do that because I admire you too much as a teacher and guidance and spirituality.
No, Joe,
Thank you.
I didn't point out that it was better. I just pointed out a fact. That's just a fact of Judaism. You're thinking it's better.
Okay.
It's in your mind, not in my mind. That's just what we do. We don't do those things, and that's just a statement. Now, how you interpret it is up to you. I did not say we are better than or the other religion is bad. It's just like promoting a baseball team or a football team.
Well, whatever team you're rooting for, Rabbi, and I know the Red Sox hold a special place, I appreciate the advice and observations as always, and hope maybe we'll all follow them and it'll lead to a better world.
And Joe, if you want to think that you're listening to someone tell you something's better, it's your interpretation of what you're listening to, which is very different from someone specifically putting another religion down.